Lads and chads, I am Captain Poofers. This is not going to be an insert coin get cancer video. This is just going to be a straight up, I'm doing a recording, a pre-recorded thingy. Maybe do some edits here and there. But overall, just, a regular video. I don't think I could do an insert coin get cancer on this because an insert coin get cancer takes about a month to put together, to write, do the research on, record, not even just to write the script on. It would take a couple weeks alone, so it's a pain in the ass. So this is just going to be impromptu, based on what I've seen on the internets, what she said, what George Not Found has said, what the internet has said in general. So I'm going to go through a few of these. Hold on, let's bring up my Twitter account. There have been, let's go to my notifications. A big fucking long ass thing of people responding and talking about a tweet that I made. It was mostly a joke. Most people fucking got it, But the gist of the joke, let me see if I can find it. Here it is. And it was underneath Give an Ant's tweet, which went viral, by the way. Insane. Fucking insane. But quite a few people responded under mine, too, so I thought I'd go over some of these. They responded under his, too. And yeah, we're gonna talk about it. So here we go. I want to go through some of the gists of these. Just a general, just a general of what the main arguments of some of these people are. As you can see here, right here, he touched her breasts and he admitted to it. Like, I got that as number one right here at the top. I'm not even kidding. Fucking admitted to it. No, he admitted to tickling and cuddling, lads and chads. He did not admit to fucking touching her breasticle. I don't know where someone gets that kind of fucking thought process to say, yeah, I admitted to tickling, and so that means I automatically touched her breasticle. No, that's not the case there. Another good point that has been made up, well, not really a good point, but one that I can easily argue, is he needed consent. He needed to get consent to tickle her. May I tickle your tummy, please? Ha ha! I will go under your shirt and go Gucci Gucci go. Ha ha! That's what we need to do here. And no, he doesn't need to fucking get consent. Like, may I look at you, my lady? Can I breathe in your general direction, my lady? Hey, can I breathe the same air as you're in, please? And that's really the gist of what we're going through with this. You don't need consent for every goddamn little fucking thing that you don't need to be in the same. Like, can I please be in the same room as you? Meh. Like that. That's fucking insane. That's not, like, how relationships work, okay? And this was probably going to be a relationship had they, had they both been mature adults, I guess. But it didn't end up like that. As we know, she claimed that he sexually assaulted her by going under her t-shirt and without consent while being freshly 18, tickled me relentlessly. Oh my god. Like this, like the fucking crocodile tears. Seriously. Absolutely ridiculous. So he did not need to get verbal consent for every goddamn thing that he did. If we live in that world, then we need written consent. We need it on paper, written in her written in her own fucking blood, in her own period blood, okay? On paper, that she gave consent to cuddle him. Which is fucking ridiculous! Jesus Christ! Where was her consent? Right? Where's her consent to cuddle with him? I don't know. And that's something that she admitted to, and is corroborated by him, by George Not Found, that Caiti was cuddling with him. Oh my God, the horror! Where was the consent? Where was the consent, Lance? Where was the consent? Why didn't she give consent? Where was it? It was nowhere. It was gone. There was no consent given. She raped him. That's the fucking mental capacity that we're going with. Okay, so I don't want to fucking hear that he needed to give consent. Because she didn't give consent. Well, she was drunk. Well, so was he. That's another argument that we're going to go into. That's number 5. I'm skipping around a bit. But, well, she was drunk, and he took advantage by tickling her belly. Holy shit! Really? Really? That's the mental bullshittery. What about him? He was drunk too. Oh yeah, but he has agency in that situation. Only men have agency. And I'm like, you people are retarded. I'm unironically, fucking beyond autist. We're talking Down syndrome fucking retarded. We're talking. Why is it that XQC can come to this fucking conclusion? XQC! A mental fucking midget! He comes to that conclusion, but the rest of you are like, no! Only men have agency, even if they're fucking blacked out drunk! Oh my God, you people are retarded. Power dynamic. I don't know. I don't know how much power a Minecraft YouTuber gets, okay? But there's always going to be, I guess, some variation of power dynamic. I think it's bullshit, for the most part. I get that I'm parroting some points that Nicholas Dodorio made. Really hurt my breasticle there. I should file for sexual assault on my own nipple. Fuck. But, I think women are more or less attracted to stability. I don't think they're more or less attracted to power dynamics. That seems to, a good example would be Keemstar, right? So Keemstar is dating a 20-year-old. I know! The horror! Freshly 20! Okay. But I think there's more of an attraction to the fact that he's a multimillionaire, and if they ever have kids, I don't know that situation. I don't claim to know that situation. But if they ever have kids together, he can provide that child with, a stable, a place to live, a very stable home. He could provide the best education for that child. So, yeah, women are attracted to that. And you could say, well, power dynamic. All you want, I think that's retarded. Once you hit 18... you can make your own fucking decisions. And this is going to shock some of you. And I want you to understand something. But you're not involved in that relationship. I know! I'm surprised. I'm shocked. I'm just out of my gourd here. So you have no say in what that 18-year-old or 19-year-old or 20-year-old or whatever does in that situation, because you're not involved in that situation. Well, what if they were underage? Well, we're not talking about underage. That's a whole different fucking conversation to be having. We're talking about her being freshly 18, okay? Which, by the way, is still an adult, and I think George Not Found is in his 20s, for fuck's sake. So, I mean, the age does not come into account, yet she's making it an issue. And yes, let's go into talking about Freshly 18 for a second. So, here it is. Freshly 18. She actually meant to say, well, I was freshly out of high school at 18. Well, you're still implying the same fucking thing. That you were an innocent young girl, going out into the world for the first time to learn the harsh lesson of being sexually assaulted by tickling. That's where we're fucking going here. That's the level of autism that we have to fucking, mentally gymnasticking over ourselves to get to here, okay? So the fact of the matter is, you're basically saying the exact same thing as you said before, but just differently. You're still implying the same thing, that you are a young, innocent girl, and he took advantage of you. So, no, go fuck yourself. I think you're still trying to poison the well here. It doesn't matter how you phrase it, whether you phrase it freshly 18, which I think is more cringe, or whether or not you're saying you were 18 and, you were freshly out of high school. That still seemingly means the same exact fucking thing. And that's something that a lot of people aren't pointing out. So I thought I'd, come out here and tell people about that. Now, I know this video isn't as, dynamic or as entertaining as most of my shit. But I don't fucking care. I just wanted to get this fucking thing out. I wanted to talk about, these... Oh, there was one more argument. I forgot that. Well, it doesn't matter... I don't even have this one written down. This one just came down the pike because this guy's a fucking retard. I had to mute his ass because he's so fucking stupid. But this one actually bothered me, right? This guy said that, the other ones were just funny. I wasn't bothered by them. They were easily to be deflected, left and right because these people are retards. It's easy to destroy your narrative when you're retarded and you have facts and reason on your side. When it comes down to this fucking retard, though, he actually touched a nerve, right? And he said that it doesn't matter because, famous people are always going to get, accused of this shit. So it doesn't really matter. Nothing's going to happen. And I disagree with that. He went on to say that these things aren't that serious, that people are taking them too seriously, and that we should just not really care about them because it's no big deal. Well, it is a big deal, especially when you get into Alec Haloka territory. Alec Haloka, a game developer for Net in the Woods. I've said this before. I've told this story millions of times. I sound like a fucking broken record at this point. But Alec Haloka tragically gave his life, literally killed himself over the false allegations of one Zoe Quinn. One Zoe Quinn, where we have actual evidence, actual physical evidence, where the news even reported on this. You can look into that on Sid Alpha's video. I don't know if I'll link it in the description, but if I do, it'll be there. And he covered the story where we have actual physical evidence where she was claimed, where she made the claim that she was trapped in her apartment, Alec wouldn't let her leave. And due to her own tweets, we see that she's going to conventions, she's doing podcasts, she's going outside of her home, she's doing shopping, she's going places, she's having a good time, right? And this is all reportedly during a time where she was forced to stay indoors. So she's lying, is basically what we're saying. Which isn't a surprise. It's Zoe Quinn. She didn't have a good track record of telling the truth to begin with, especially going after the fine young capitalists back in the day. We all remember how that story goes. She lied about the charity being a scam and then proceeded to make a new charity that went directly into her own personal PayPal account, covered by one Mr. Meadoker. Excellent work that he did there. So, yeah, no, we're talking about people who these things do end up affecting lives. 10 years from now, 5-10 years from now, you know what's going to happen? George Not Found is still going to be accused of sexual assault. That's what's going to happen. What happened right here is Caiti made a new victim. And very likely, more than likely, beyond more than likely at this point, he's innocent of the crime that she's accusing him of. The fact of the matter is she has changed her story multiple times to paint him to look like some super fucking villain. So, I don't know. I think, yes, this should be taken seriously. I feel like we make new victims when these allegations come out. You are innocent until proven guilty, in a court of law. But when it comes to social media, it's the exact reverse. You're guilty until innocent. until proven innocent. And that's fucking insane. Absolutely fucking insane. But we all have to, like, not take it as seriously, right? When actual people's lives are affected by this, when careers are ruined over this shit, when in some cases the person takes extreme measures and ends their life tragically, like in the case of Alakaloka, where he lost his job. His own family wouldn't believe anything that he said, even his own sister to some degree. And he took his life. He killed himself. But it's not that serious, and I tend to disagree with that statement. I tend to very much disagree with that statement wholeheartedly. I think that it does, in fact, matter. I think that we should call it out when it happens and hit it hard as we can when it happens. Far too often do I see this happen. Far too often do I see we make new victims. And I don't like it. I don't like seeing it. And I get it. This is me standing on my fucking high horse. I get it. I understand. But I genuinely actually fucking care about this. Okay? I wouldn't be repeating myself like a fucking broken record, like a goddamn retard every time one of these goddamn stories come out. I hate seeing them. I can't make fun of them. I can't joke as much as I'd like to. I don't like covering these stories. I genuinely don't. I genuinely don't. Because I don't like seeing it happen every goddamn time. I hate it. I absolutely find it disgusting. I don't know. It's a personal thing. Part of the reason why I created my channel is to cover stories that I wanted to cover. I never thought in my fucking wildest days that I'd be covering something like this. So. Anyway, I'm Captain Poofers. I think that's how I'm going to end the show. I'll see you guys on the next one.